So this is what you're going to present in front of the class. That's it.
Just give me a discount and they just came up and said
Speaking of gardens, I hear that Metro E is having problems with their garden. Let's all go help.
Hey, I have a really creative idea. Why don't we make a movie about how the garden problem gets solved at Metro E?
Oh, and you know what I heard also? That Metro E has flip cameras. Why don't they record the students growing the garden and then we can put it on YouTube?
Wow, that sounds like an awesome plan. Let's see if we can find a desk group to see what they think of our idea, and maybe they can give us some feedback.
Let's go.
Well, the reason we did this play is because we were launching our new project, and your new project is going to be started in the classroom today. Of course, you're going to do your what we already know and what we need to know, and then you're going to have one project that tells you about how to make a storyboard so that we can begin to make a YouTube video for the internet. Good luck.
We're
Do a
going to
great
do
job.
Metro E movie star.
See you in Hollywood.
Okay, so we always start with our driving question. How can we teach others how to create a garden? Remember, you're going to draw as a group, Gabby, what you think our finished product will look like with the plants and the vegetables and the insects. Include the basic needs of living organisms, obstacles, and the development of garden tools and technology over time. First project requirement, okay? Second one, incorporate helpful bugs and insects into your garden. And last one is for each group to create a storyboard to help organize the video. And it's either going to be written, where you draw it out, or digital. Project, this is the first time I've done this, but it's our last project, and I feel the kids have really grown in their ability to work in a group. So I told them, I'll let you pick your groups. Okay, so in each of our groups, we have 5 members. Josh, listen. 5 members, one group has 6. So every group is going to have at least one substitute. What's the job of the substitute?
To absent and you take your job. But Mrs. In one group is going to have in your group, then the substitute is like that.
That's right. So the substitute has to be ready to do all jobs. Okay? I'm going to assign jobs within the groups. You're going to assign your team contract and your accountability. Remember, you're hired, but you can always be fired. That's right. You have to earn your place in the group. In our care group, we have Jade, Sophia, Hector, Joshua C., and Gabby.
He takes the one where he still works, but he's just the one where if somebody being bad, he goes and tells the people and gives them verbal warnings. Then you get fired. No, you get hired, but you can do fired.
Who's in charge of handling the materials? So should we even have anybody arguing about that? We know that our plants need water, plants need air, sun, we need helpful bugs. Sophia said the plants need dirt, and the plants won't grow when they're surrounded by weeds, so they need space, right? The things we need to know we got from our project plan. How will we protect our garden? Which plants need shade and sun? Basic needs of living organisms, helpful bugs and insects. We need to know how to do digital storyboards. Okay, Madeline, what's your question? What do we need to know?
Does plants sleep overnight?
Do plants sleep overnight? You know what? That might be these. These won't be need to knows. I think these are curiosities, right? Because if it's a need to know, then it goes along with our project. Okay. So what was the workshop you were thinking about? You type it in here, and I'll put this. How to make a border for what?
For the plant that we did our animal one, like with the ladybug, you know, that you passed out, but like honestly, on the
Like when we use the border in Publisher. What are you going to use that border for in this project, though? Storyboard. Okay, so you're saying you need a workshop in the digital storyboard or the regular? The one where you draw it. Okay, so digital. While they're getting their desk crits, we are going to do a workshop on writing. So we need to remember when we're writing, what we write needs to be the same way we would talk, okay? So let's look at the words you have. All three sentences start with the words I and like, okay? So if I say, I like angry birds, what's my first word going to be?
A.
I like angry birds. I, okay? And I like monster trucks. Okay, so get your I.
Spider. If your name is short, we're just gonna put.
Okay, Israel, come here. You're gonna get to do your own. Come here. Y'all are making your cards for. Okay, so in order to get that done, how are y'all gonna have to work?
We're going to have to work together.
Okay, what do we call that? Collaboration. We're gonna have flowers and vegetables in our garden, right?
Miss, I'm gonna draw the mushroom. Wait,
A mushroom.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Miss, can you draw Venus flytraps?
I don't think we're gonna have Venus flytraps in our garden this time. Help you organize. Okay.
Do you think one person? Can you give me a discrete? Yes. Learn how like some sentences we can know how like what feedback.
The whole point of getting a desk crit is so you can get feedback on what you need to improve. You don't have to ask every single person, because if you get really good feedback from just a few people, you can go with that. And then when you change it and make it better, you go and ask 2 different people, right? Okay, so remember, whenever we give a desk crit, what kind of feedback do we give?
Warm first.
Warm first, okay? So what can you tell Jade that you like about his picture?
I like how you did the rose, but maybe you should take the polka dots off, because I don't think there's polka dots on roses.
Okay, Jade.
No, that's not rose. That's a strawberry.
Okay.
Strawberry got like that.
So maybe, Jade, instead of us starting out like that, maybe you can tell him about your picture.
I draw a silly cloud, carrot. Carrots? I saw carrots in the grass.
Okay, so let's...
Strawberry tree. Like, they like the way I do like all of it, and then they ask me some questions, and then that means feedback.
So, my class, what do y'all tell Miss Cruz's class for coming by to watch your video?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We just wanted to show you what we've put together so far. As we know, when we do PBL, a lot of times it's a work in progress, so...
And then I poke a hole and then I get one seed, drop it in there, cover it up, and then I water it.
Their level of learning, let's say on blooms, their level of learning is so much higher. It's all, you know, creation, synthesis, stuff like that. So I mean, it's just such a higher level. Even my students who are struggling, just for example, with their letters of the alphabet, I mean, even their way of thinking, it's just different. It's very hard to put into words. It's just something you would have to see with a traditional classroom and a PBL classroom. Through PBL, they've just grown so much, and they've exceeded my expectations, you know, and the thing that I like most is that when they have their final product, they're so proud, you know, and they know they've worked hard, and they can tell you what they've learned, and it's just so much better than like a lesson where you sit down and, you know, you start like Madeline Hunter format or whatever, and they just get so much more, you know, and they apply it. They make so many more connections, and they identify it as, hey, I just made a connection, you know, and so it's been really good for them.